Hey there, mathematicians. Welcome back to another great lesson in algebra. Let's jot down some notes. Let's title it Lesson 7.3 because that's what it matches up with in our textbook, and you could always go into your textbook and get more information. And what we're going to try to learn today is how to multiply polynomials. So we are multiplying polynomials. So hopefully when we're done here with this lesson, you will be an expert at how to multiply polynomials. Alright, we're going to specifically focus in on a binomial multiplied to another binomial. Alright, so that's what our main focus is going to be, on binomials times binomials. So that's times. Alright, so let's start with an example. And leave yourself a little space up above the example. So let's start with a binomial. Let's go with x plus 3. And then times another binomial. Let's go with 2x minus 7. Alright, there's two ways to look at this as far as I'm concerned. And one way is to think of that we're going to double distribute. Okay? So think of double distributing. So that's a great way to remember what to do. And that's for a binomial multiplied to another binomial. Okay? Now, another way that is taught is it's called FOIL. All right, the letters F-O-I-L. FOIL. And what that stands for, the F stands for first. So first. The O stands for outside. The I stands for inside. And L stands for last. Okay, so either one of these are great tricks to help you figure out how to take care of multiplying two binomials. Alright, I'll try to explain them both. Alright, double distribute. So you're going to take and just distribute each term here. Each of these terms get distributed to each of these. So you're going to take the x and distribute it. And then you're going to take the 3 and distribute it. So that's why I call it double distributing. Now another way to look at it is using FOIL. So FOIL means first times first. See how that's the first term in this parentheses, and this is the first term in the second parentheses. So first times first. And then the O stands for outside times outside. See how the x and the 7 are on the outside of the problem? So first times first, because this is first in the first parentheses, and this is the first term in the second parentheses. First times first. And then outside times outside, they're both on the outside. And then the I stands for inside times inside. See how these two terms are on the inside of the problem? They're on the inside. And then L stands for last times last. The 3 is last in the first group, and the negative 7 is last in the second group. Alright, so two ways. Double distribute. Distribute the x, then distribute the 3. That's called double distribute. first distribute the x, then distribute the 3, or FOIL, first times first, outside times outside, inside times inside, last times last. Alright, let's actually do the problem. So x times 2x, x times 2x is 2x squared. Then x times negative 7, remember take the sign in front of it, x times negative 7, negative 7x. Now 3 times 2x, 3 times 2x is 6x. And then 3 times negative 7. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Now typically there's like terms here in the middle. So then you add like terms, okay? So you have some like terms here that you'll add. So your final answer is 2x squared minus 1x minus 21. Alright, let's try maybe a couple more. Alright, here's number 2. Let's go with 4x minus 5 times 2x minus 3. Alright, you have a binomial, 1, 2, that makes it a binomial, multiplied, remember when parentheses are next to each other, that means times, and this is a binomial, 1, 2, binomial, binomial times binomial. So you can double distribute. You can think of it that way, double distribute. Or you can relate it to FOIL. They both mean the same thing, all right? So two different ways to look at it or remember it. All right, so here we go. First, I'm going to distribute the 4x. Boom, boom. Distributing the 4x. Or you could think of it as first term times the other first term, first times first, and then outside times outside. See how they're on the outside? First times first, outside times outside. Or just think of it as double distribute. Take the 4x and distribute it to the other quantity. All right, here we go. 4x times 2x, 4x times 2x, 8x squared. Then 4x times negative 3, 4x times negative 3, negative 12x. Okay, now I haven't double distributed, I only single distributed. So now I want to distribute the negative 5 once, twice. Distribute it. First there and then here. So I already distributed the 4x, 1, 2, which is first times first, outside times outside. Now I'm doing inside times inside, and then last times last. They're both last. Alright, so inside times inside, that's negative 5 times 2x, negative 10x. And then negative 5 times negative 3, positive 15. And then usually, not always, but usually there are some like terms in the middle. So I'm going to have 8x squared minus 22x plus 15. All right, let's try another one. We'll go a little faster. Number 3. Let's go with x minus 6, the quantity of x minus 6 times the quantity of x plus 8. All right, let's go a little faster. Let's take x times x. That's first times first. X times x is x squared. Then we'll take the outside times the outside number times the outside number, x times 8, 8x. First times first, outside times outside. Now let's go inside times inside. Negative 6 is on the inside, x, negative 6 times x is negative 6x. And then the last term of that quantity times the last term of the other quantity. Last times last. Negative 6 times 8, negative 48. And then again, there are usually like terms here in the middle. And you'll get x squared plus 2x minus 48. So I did first times first, outside times outside, inside times inside, last times last, which is the same thing as taking each term and distributing it. Distribute, and then take this term and distribute. That's why it's called double distribute. I distributed this, and then I distribute it again. Alright, let's try maybe one or two more. Okay, once in a while, you're going to have to take a binomial times a trinomial. And it's basically the same principle. So let's go with x plus 2 times the quantity x squared minus 8x plus 5. FOIL doesn't really work with this one, the FOIL trick, but double distribute does. So let's distribute the x. 1, 2, 2. So we'll distribute the x. That will give me x times x squared is x to the third. X times negative 8x, negative 8x squared. X times 5, 5x. So I distributed the x, and now I need to double distribute, which means I need to distribute the 2. So you're not just distributing one term, the x, you're also going to distribute the 2. So 2 times x squared, 2x squared. 2 times negative 8x, negative 16x. And then 2 times 5 is 10. Now look for like terms. X cubed is the highest, so you need to put that first. Then the x squareds. That'll give you negative 6x squared. Then just the x's, which will give me negative 11x, and then plus 10. Alright, I hope this is helpful. Remember, just think double distribute, or if you like the FOIL word, if that helps you remember better, great. Good luck with your homework.